So we should just be using German accents this whole time, okay?
I can't do German accents.
You can't do German accents.
I can try.
I can try. No, that's more Munich. No, that's Austrian. That's Austrian.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Wait. So
What?
my German accent is like
Austrian or German. I thought they were both the same place.
well, Austrian and German is kind of similar. Oh shit. Okay, so we are live now.
We live now.
Okay, so we are live on YouTube, and then we're gonna have this here for the show that's edited. Hey, what's up, YouTube people? Yo, it's Captain in Japan, and
How
we're
are
doing an interview.
you?
And we're going to be doing an interview with German accents.
Are you going to try? I'm not very good.
You're not very good at the German accent. See, the German accent is the one accent that you can make fun of and nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know, if you make fun of any other accent, people are gonna get really angry. You know, I mean, we live in Japan for years and years and years, and if I did a Japanese accent, dude, I'm gonna get like 1 million emails and probably a divorce. You know, but if I do my German accent, it's no problem at all.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, unless you do a Hitler accent, and you're like, then it's bad. It's bad. If you do like just like
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. When like we used to see the old we used to see the German kids coming off the bus from Germany.
What in 1940? What? How old are you, Kiwi?
I'm looking good for my age. I'm looking good for my age.
Yeah.
No, that when they used to do the exchange students, like when I was
invaded England back in the day.
I was 10 at the time. I remember this, and we always used to like look and go kind of like we used to shoot them with like fake machine guns.
Oh, be careful! We almost got you 2 times.
I can do that.
2 times we almost got you.
I love Germans now though. I've got many German friends.
Oh, I love Germany so much. I used before Corona, I used to go there twice a year and stuff. But
Really?
but yeah, of course, it's for like the live painting at nightclubs and music events. But the thing is just like, I mean, going back to my original thing, the German accent's the only accent you can make fun of and nobody cares.
Indeed.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers, cheers, kampai, as they say in Japan.
What is it? Schloss?
Schloss.
Schloss.
That was choose. Choose means goodbye. Oh.
Yakida.
Oh.
Oh, I tell you what, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's one thing about having a bar. You own beer.
But you don't make it.
No, I don't.
You should. Can you?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, what are the logistics of that? I mean,
well, you need like a lot of water. I think you need some sugar.
I think you got a lot of love.
I got the love bit.
You smell like hops.
Yeah. That's because of last night. That's because of last night. Yeah. I should have done that. Yeah, I almost got changed before you came as well. Like I didn't make it. Like today I've been painting my nails. By the way, just.
Oh yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Painting my nails.
But we're gonna edit this out of the show. So this is for all the people that watch this early, I guess.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I'm just having a conversation. This is actually all right for all you YouTube guys. This is actually how me and Pee Wee talk. So
always.
We always talk like this is German accents.
It's always better than me. I can't do it.
Have you ever been in Germany?
Yes, I have. I spent 8 hours
at the airport.
In the airport.
Yeah, you
Frankfurt Airport, right?
That's a big airport.
It's a good airport.
Yeah, I've been there.
I chatted up a girl who was working at the behind the bar.
So your name is Pee Wee. Is that an oxymoron? Oh.
And when I got there, she just started a shift. And then she said goodbye to me at the end of her shift. I was there 8 hours just drinking with her.
Oh, really?
It was
She was
great.
a bartender?
She was a bartender at the time. I doubt she is now. That was a long time ago. That was about 20 years ago, I think.
Well, people are bartenders for a long time.
Did all right.
You've been a bartender for a while.
I have been a bartender for a while. Like it wasn't my chosen profession, but like I ended up choosing it.
You think I wanted to be a podcaster? You think when I was born,
you were born to be a podcaster?
I wanted to do this.
Yeah,
this was on the agenda.
Yeah, this was on the agenda. You thought when you popped out, you thought I'm going to be a podcaster.
Where's my mic? Oh, that's my wiener.
Where's my computer? Where's my internet?
Oh my god, in the 70s, you know how big computers were?
Have internet in those days?
Well, the military probably did.
Yeah, they did.
They probably had internet like since the 60s. We have this thing called the internet. The Nazis had internet.
Invented by an English guy who wanted porn, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I think
it's
so. Yeah,
not.
it was invented. Internet was invented by an English guy. He got a knighthood. Didn't get much else. He didn't. He could have put a little bit of money on each of these bits that are uploaded and stuff. Didn't do it. He's like, no, I'm giving it to the people.
Good man.
Yeah, he could have been the richest guy in the world.
Yeah, good man. People don't do that really.
No.
I mean, not often. I mean, I guess apparently it does happen, but
Sucker.
yeah, dumbass.
I would have done it. I would have stuck like £2 on it.
Oh God, the IPO.
You want to pay for it?
All right, so we should do the show.
Oh, I guess.
I just want to hang out.
I
Let's just hang out. We don't have to
Yeah.
talk about the bar. The bar's not even finished yet.
So like, what's this you got here?
All right, let me start the show all right, this is like YouTube for all the YouTube live guys.
Right.
And then we're gonna do the show, right? And
Oh,
it's
do
gonna
show,
go,
right.
it's gonna be not edited. I'm just gonna have the beginning and the ending.
Too
and
quick. Too quick.
Advertisements and stuff.
Too
on
quick.
It. Okay, all right. Are you ready?
I was born to be ready.
I was born alive.
I was born to bartend.
Oh God. Okay.
And paint, by the way.
Oh, you're taking up my job. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and, well, the news. And, faders, this is episode number 730. It is a very special episode because it's 730. And in 730, I'm going to say it as many times as I can. 730.
Johnny.
Yes.
How many is that?
It's more than 600, obviously.
729 plus 1, I guess.
I didn't know math was going to be part of this bar experience. Faders, we are here at Gamuso. And for all you old school faders, you know that I used to work at Gamuso with the man over here, the man, the myth, the legend, Pee-wee. And yeah, then we both got fired. But now, no, I'm joking. I never got fired. You didn't get fired either.
I tried kicking. I tried to fire you.
You can't fire. I'm unfireable.
I was like, Johnny, you're fired. He's like, I'm not fired. I was like, okay, you're not fired.
I'll be fired tomorrow.
Same again next week? Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm the only one that's cleaned the floors.
Man, you bring everyone in.
Yeah, but faders, this is a very special episode for many different reasons. The first reason is we are here with Pee-wee. The second reason is Pee-wee's giving us free beer. And yeah, I do apologize for the sound. This is kind of spur of the moment. I have my computer, I'm here, and yeah, I do have a microphone, but I don't have all the other stuff or whatever. So if the sound quality is a little bit more poor than usual, maybe it's better. Who knows? I've never done it. I've never used this computer's microphone. This could be better. Who knows? But I mean, regardless, I mean, if it is kind of crummy, I do apologize for that. But yes, we are here today at Gamuso. And this is very special because Gamuso has been closed for how many years?
Wow, nearly 4 years now. It'll be 4 years in April.
Geez, 4 years.
In April.
Wow, that's
beginning of April.
And Gamuso has been open. Gamuso opened in what, 2009?
I think it opened before then. I think it was open in 2002.
No kidding. Gamuso was open in 2000.
If I remember rightly, I came on holiday and it was open then in 2002. If I remember rightly, it was a long time ago, but I think so. Okay,
so let's talk about the history of Gamuso. Gamuso, before you and I worked at this bar, was it owned by Mark?
No, originally it was owned by a really nice guy called Jimmy, who met in love of his life actually at Japanese school. They studied together, and he worked for Amazon when Amazon was first trying to get into the Japanese market. So when they finished their studies, he had a visa, but his girlfriend didn't, his partner didn't. So what he did, he made Gamuso to make sure that his partner made her like the boss, so she could get her own visa, so they could be together. So actually, this is a love bar.
A bar of love.
It's a bar of love, yeah.
Wow, that is a really expensive way to get a visa.
It's an expensive way. I think he had money. He worked for Amazon, so
well, if you don't stop, right. Even back then,
yeah. It's back in the day. It's like 2000, 2002.
Well, cheers to 2024.
Indeed. Yeah.
First podcast of the new year.
22 years ago.
And so
my math.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
So, all right. So it opened And so he opened it, and
He opened
then
it.
it kind of it switched hands a couple of times. So at least like 4 times.
It has switched hands. Sadly, he got ill, so then he moved to America and gave it to three friends of his, which was dear friends of mine, Herman. If you're watching, if you get to watch Herman,
Upperman, yeah.
doing an art show on the 19th, by the way.
Cool.
Big art as well. And you had James and you had Achan. They all were together. They were doing their university jobs as well as running a bar. So he tried that for like 3 years or so, but it was a little difficult for him, I think.
Going to school and owning a
Doing the school, doing the bar. So eventually they asked my brother if he was interested, and my brother was drunk, very drunk, and he said like he'd actually do it. And then like when he woke up, he was hoping that they wouldn't remember.
Like, you were sober.
Oh no, what
You
I
were drunk.
said. And then like he got in the next day, and he was hoping that they're going to be like, yeah, completely forget. But the first thing they said, Mark, we need to talk to you about like Gamuso. And he's like,
you signed the papers last night.
Yeah,
now we need the money.
Back of a bar towel. So yeah, then my brother took it over, and he very successfully ran it for 10 years before the dreaded wheels came in and like kind of stuffed everything up for most of us, really.
Wow.
I think. But the reason I came here was because my brother rang me every week from Japan to England. I was in England, and yeah, he was like, "When are you coming to Japan to run my bar?" kind of thing. And
I was like, "I don't want to do it.
Doing that.
I didn't want to do it. I want you to do it, little baby brother."
Yeah, I did. For a year, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. And then like I thought about it, and I'm like, do you know what? Maybe I should try a year. You know, give a year ago.
I can't believe you had to twist your arm to run a bar in Japan, in Tokyo.
And he said, like, come over, free beer, just enjoy your time.
I would have been here for free beer. That's actually how I got the job.
I was like, no, I don't want it. Don't want it. I don't like alcohol, do I?
Yeah, you don't like alcohol.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers on that. Oh, by the way, thanks for the pint, man.
Yeah, anytime, mate. If you love. So.
What?
Yeah, another one, please, sir, bartender. So then like then I did. I was like, oh, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So then I decided, well, I'll do a year, and then like go from there, and like that actually ended up being 9 years of my life. That was actually before it closed.
Wow, 9 years. That's wild.
Didn't get paid. Got paid in beer.
Yeah, you used to be slim.
I was like,
that's when they used to really call you Pee-wee.
Exactly.
Well, Pee-wee.
Now I can't see anything. My stomach's in the way.
Tell me about it.
My knees never get sunburned.
Oh, jeez. That's too much, man.
Sorry.
That could mean a lot of different things.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, so okay, so you started working here, and I started working here right after the earthquake in 2011.
You did indeed, Johnny.
Yeah.
You did indeed.
It was like the 2011. It was
yeah.
What was it? It was March 11, 2011, and I had an art exhibition here on the 12th, the next day, right? And that was a Friday. No, that was a Saturday. And we're all and nobody came, of course, to the art exhibition, and most of the artists didn't come either. And so basically, what happened was, I was upstairs and I was like, fuck it, let's just get drunk. So we just came down here to like the bar level, and Gamuso has 3 levels. The first level is on the second floor, and it's the bar right here, which is unfinished, by the way. Upstairs, there's the stage, and there's an art gallery. And on the top floor, there's, what's the top floor? Oh, the top floor.
That's my bedroom.
Used to be
VIP. That's my bedroom.
That's your bedroom. I know a lot of people who live in their bars in Tokyo, by the way. I'm not even sure if it's legal.
My wife.
Bye.
No, basically that's like performers like hang out, performers like kind of like changing room.
Trust room, VIP kind of hang out.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like that back in the day too. But anyway, we're down here, we're hanging out, and Mark was just like, "Oh man, I've got no staff. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's an earthquake. I've got a couple of events happening or whatever." And I basically did what Mark did back in the day. I was like, "Well, I can work here for a little bit, I guess." And then that's when I started working here weekends. And the rest is history.
I should have been working that day, but I didn't make it till 10:30. That's all from Higashi Nagano, actually. I was training. I was doing martial arts at the time. I was like sparring partner for someone.
What, like karate or judo?
MMA. Ooh. And
with Muscles Mikey?
I was indeed Muscles Mikey, if you're listening. Love you, man. Love you. So I was severely hungover that day because I'd been partying with another friend of ours, Big Eric. If you're listening, I don't think you are. You were pretty wasted last night.
It's not that big.
It's not big, no. Big as in big guy.
Big heart.
Big heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was hungover, so we went there, and we were like there for 2 o'clock, and none of us wanted to do it because we were both like, I was hungover, he was like kind of tired. But we were like, eventually at 2:40 something, he's like, should we do it? So I went to the changing rooms and I got changed. And then like my stomach was like,
oh, you're talking about the earthquake.
Earthquake. This is the earthquake day.
Oh, no. I was talking about how I got a job here.
Oh,
I got a job here the day after the earthquake.
Yeah.
But you know what? We could talk about earthquakes.
Don't talk about earthquakes.
Okay, we'll talk about.
So let me talk about this story first, right? Because this is an amazing story.
Okay,
so during this big earthquake.
He's talking about the 2011 earthquake, and the day after the earthquake, I got a job at the bar because all the staff.
I was running up onto that. I was running
you've had too much to drink. So,
let's have another one.
Well, okay, let's finish these first.
So I went into the changing rooms. I got changed, and my someone's like, I think I might need a toilet. Went into the cubicle, closed the cubicle, just about to start. The earthquake started, right? And then of course, like the cubicle's moving, but I don't know that it is. So I thought I was passing out, and then like I'm like, kind of scared, like, because I thought I was passing out. But then I heard the doors in the next cubicle bang like this. I was like, one, relieved because I'm not passing out. Two, it's an earthquake. I was shitting myself, really, to be honest. So I ran outside. Yeah. So yeah, quite literally. Like I didn't start anything. I know. I went outside. I was like,
you didn't sign the check?
I didn't sign the check. I just went straight outside.
You didn't sign the check.
And I had a look, right? Because I thought, right, there's a big earthquake. I'm gonna get out, right? This building. And all the Japanese people were in the thing, like moving like this because of the earthquake, and like they're just looking at the ceiling. So I'm like, there's earthquakes all the time in Japan. Maybe it's not that bad. I thought it was quite bad. So I went to go back in, and then like it went really bad. So then like I just left. But then we didn't know what to do. So we did pachinko, we did all sorts of things. It cost me a fortune. Well, it cost Muscle Mikey a fortune, actually. I still owe you, bro. And then eventually I came here at 10:30 in the evening. I should have been working from like 7 or something. And Johnny was behind the bar doing a better job than I was, and I was quite upset about that.
Wait. I wasn't working the day of the earthquake. I worked one.
You worked the day after, did you?
I got the job the day after the earthquake,
there you go.
And then I started working here 1 week after that. Because Mark's like, man, I need somebody here and stuff. There's no staff. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? This is crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I was like, I'll do it for a beer. I've only got 50 cents in my pocket.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And so, and then I got the job here, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So speaking of Gamuso, so that's my history. That's your history, how we got jobs here and how we started working together. And we worked together for about like, what, 2 years?
Yeah, at least. Yeah. We did a lot of events, actually, to be fair. Me and you.
Oh, events. Yeah. When I started working here less, I continued working events here, like organizing like bands and DJ events and art events and so on. And I never did a comedy night here, although I did have comedians come in and do stand-up. In fact, Gamuso was one of the first places that had stand-up comedy in Japan.
Indeed.
You know, it was English stand-up comedy and stuff. And then now there's tons of places. Which are good. There's a lot of good places, and that's a good thing.
We actually got Franco Escamilla to play here. A very famous guy. I'm sure you guys know
from Mexico.
Franco, from Mexico. When we didn't know how big he was. His entourage contacted my brother and asked if they could do a comedy night here because online Gamuso showed up as a comedy bar in Tokyo, and like Franco Escamilla's entourage contacted us, and we were like, "Yeah, come down." But we didn't know who he was, so we didn't think nothing of it until the day before, when my brother thought he'd checked YouTube out and found that he had 54 million views on one of these hits. So then we bricked it because we did absolutely no preparation. We just thought he was just another guy.
I'm the one that organized it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he organized it as well.
And it was crazy. Yeah.
He's like, "Man, have you done this?" "No, Johnny, you're all right."
Oh my God. Yeah.
"That was the TV?" "No,
The whole Mexican and like the whole, I guess, Central American, like all the embassies, all the people came here. There's like, I don't know how many, there's like a line out the door when the place is completely packed and so I can't believe the cops didn't come.
We had people from Osaka come by Shinkansen who didn't have tickets, just on the off chance that they could get in, or if they could just see him.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
this man's crazy. Like, yeah, this man's God. To be honest, didn't know how big he was.
Yeah, my what's it called? My brother, my stepbrother, my stepsister, my stepmom are Mexican, right? My dad lives in Mexico. And so I met up with them about a year later, and I was like, "Hey, do you know this comedian or whatever?" Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, of course we know him. Yeah, what are you talking about? He's like the Elvis of Mexico." And I was like, "Oh, well, here's a picture of me and him in Japan, and he bought one of my paintings." They're like, "He bought one of your paintings?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Escamilla as one of your paintings?
Yeah. Well, it was a self-portrait, but yeah, oh my God. Well, it's a portrait of him, so I guess it's a self-portrait. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah.
Not a self-portrait, gotta be a picture of you, wouldn't it?
Well, he asked me to do it, so it'd be a self-portrait. Then yeah, the portrait of him, that's good. Well, anyway, this is fuzzy math. But anyway, we should stop. We should slow down.
Don't talk to Johnny about math or English.
Oh God, yeah.
English.
Yeah. Oh, hey, says the Brit. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So there's tons of great events that were happening here. I mean, there's events every single week. This is like the hangout, the clubhouse, the place to be.
Yes.
And then sadly it closed.
It did close. Sadly, like Corona came, and yeah. It kind of killed it. We couldn't see a way where it could actually like go on. So then the decision was to close it down. I was actually hoping to reopen it at that time, but it wasn't possible. Yeah, it didn't make out.
Wow, geez. And so it was closed for 3 years. So this place was just
3.5, nearly 4 years. So it's been collecting dust. So I've been painting over that dust recently.
Yeah. But a question, when you first came here, like after 3 years, and you open up the door, you know, the ghosts like kind of like dissipated like that. How did this place look?
It looked like Tutankhamun's tomb.
Really?
Without the gold.
Without the gold.
Without the gold.
What about the tequila?
Actually, there was still some alcohol left on the shelf. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There was some. I think there was some gin. And
gin lasts forever.
And I think there was a Jägermeister bottle too as well.
I wouldn't trust the Jaeger.
The Jaeger is very good.
I was not trust the Jaeger after 3 years.
I can't do a German accent.
Yeah, I'm done doing my German accents. You know, after a couple of pints, my German accent just gets wacky. But wow, that is wild that there's actually still booze here. But
it was still booze here, yeah.
Did it still kind of look like
Gamuso? It was still exactly the same as it was when we left. I cleaned it up before we left because I was hoping to take it over. And it wasn't possible. So it was still as it was, but with lots of mold and dust added.
Jesus.
Yeah, added mold and dust.
Oh gosh. And then but at that time you moved up north.
I moved like west.
Well, it's like northwest. You're the west of Niigata.
And it's kind of like, yeah, somewhere around that. Like, yeah, I moved up to Ishikawa again. I moved to Kanazawa.
Beautiful place.
Absolutely lovely place, man.
Yeah.
I love Kanazawa. It's very
great people, good food, very beautiful.
Sushi is amazing.
Yeah, that's right here.
Fish, man, quite literally.
Like the big sushis. Not like the sushi's fine, but the sushi
fish is still flapping. It's like fresh.
It's like a sushi sandwich. It's what you see on the internet when people come here. They're like, "Why is the sushi so small?"
It's like yeah, it's tiny.
Why is it so small? I see on the internet. No, when you go to that area and stuff, the sushi's bigger, it's thicker, it's fresher.
Yeah,
right?
it's thicker, fresher, bigger.
It talks to you. It's
It,
still
it, it
alive.
tries to swim away, but you have to like with that.
Wait, the plate comes with a hammer?
Yeah, it's with that passion.
Just in case. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, I've only heard great stuff about that area.
It's a beautiful place. And my house like overlooked yeah, Kanazawa. Like my house is 4 kilometers from the main hub of Kanazawa.
Wow.
And yeah, I can see the sea from my place as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
And when you moved up there, you were bartending as well?
I started off doing I actually had the opportunity of doing bartending and I turned it down.
Speechless. I'm like, wait,
yeah.
and then done.
I turned it down. I was like, no, I did Gamuso for 9 years. I wanted to reopen it. Couldn't do that.
I'm getting back into accounting.
Do I really want to work in someone else's bar? Do I want to try and like adjust to someone else's bar? So actually, like, I had the chance of actually doing bartending, or I had the chance of doing demolition. And demolition actually like
demolition man, dude. Demolition cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you're still fit, you know?
I was fit until I came to Tokyo.
Yeah, until last week. But so you work in demolition, and
I was
then
working demolition for just over a year and a month. But then I actually had an interview for a very famous, very good cocktail bar in Kanazawa called.
Yeah.
Can I plug it? Because it is an
dude,
amazing bar.
In Japan, yes, of course.
If you guys ever come to Japan, or if you guys live in Japan, go to Kanazawa. It is a must place to go. Osaka, Kyoto, Kanazawa, and go to Jiga Bar St. Louis. It's not racist. It does actually mean.
But Jiga is like a giganaut, like a giganaut or whatever, like power.
This I didn't know this actually until I worked at the place. This is actually what a jigger is. This is a measuring cup for when you do the
double and the single.
This single is a shot and a half.
Oh, that's a shot and a half?
That's a shot and a half.
I thought that was a double.
No, that's why everyone was complaining when you were working it.
No, I never used
Give me a double.
Dude, I never used that when I was working here.
Everyone else is like,
I just made it strong. I'm like,
yeah,
he was strong enough, bitch.
You don't need that.
Oh, man.
So yeah, actually, like Jigga Bar St. Louis, it's a must place to go to. All the guys there are my boss who's been there for 32 years. The bar's been open for 35 years.
Cool.
He's got many national competition like trophies and stuff for cocktail bartending. He knows everything you need to know about cocktail making. So basically, when you started here, you got your feet wet and you kind of got like a yellow belt. You went up there and then you got a black belt. I got the black belt. You got the black belt. I did actually got the black belt in bartending up there, and it was hard. I'll be honest, it was really hard. Well, working with the master, dude. All right, that's one thing. All right, in Japan, okay, if you do anything of skill in Japan, for example, if you're going to learn like how to do bonsai, how to grow bonsai trees, or how to do karate, or anything that's a traditional Japanese like a cultural thing, you are going to work your tail off. You're going to start off like cleaning toilets and then cleaning walls, even before you get to even like wash glasses or something. I mean, they start you at the very bottom just to see how serious and dedicated you are. Yeah, that's gross. and then you work your way up before you actually start learning and stuff. And that's why a lot of Western people, when they come here and they try to learn something like it's called like the flower arrangement or kimono, yeah. They don't last long. There's like, I just want to learn it. You know, they're like, no, you got to do this. There's a process in Japan. So for you to work there for many years and to actually just start bartending and stuff, for him to be like, all right, Pee-wee, go for it. Dude, that means, I mean, you definitely paid your dues and kicked some butt, dude. I really did work hard there, and which is awesome. That's the way it should be, actually. Yeah, I actually within a very short space of time, probably within about 8 months, I was working as bar chief. You normally have a bar sub and a bar chief. Bar chief just basically makes it. The poor bar sub though has to sort the glass, has to get the ice in the glass. The chief then like puts the whatever needs the cocktail stuff in there, and he gives it to the bar sub. And the bar sub sometimes randomly shakes it, puts it in a glass or whatever. He has to do all the work. The bar chief actually like
a bar back.
It's basically he's on the
bar
most
bitch.
Bar bitch. For the most part, it's a fairly simple job. Like if gin and tonic, easy when you're a bar chief. But when you've got a complicated cocktail, then you start sweating.
Really? Okay. Now, every bartender has their drink, their specialty that they make the best, right? And or their favorite drink to make. And for me, when I was working here, it was Bloody Marys.
Oh yeah, those things.
I had Bloody Mary nights, right?
Chinese Bloody Marys were like sought after by everybody, man. Spicy as like.
I use salt. Give me
another one. I'm thirsty.
Yeah,
they were popular. They were popular.
Bartender trick. Yeah, mine was mine was Bloody Marys, and I love making Bloody Marys because I love drinking Bloody Marys. And Bloody Marys, I got two favorite drinks to do, make and drink: the gin and tonic, obviously, and beer. No, and Bloody Marys. Which is it's not complicated, but it's just like, I mean, you got to add a lot of stuff.
There's quite a lot of stuff to make a good Bloody Mary. It's not the easiest one to make. Like,
it's hard to find a good Bloody Mary in Tokyo. It is hard. And then in the places that do have Bloody Marys that are decent, you're like, oh, this Bloody Mary's kind of decent. And then you look behind the bar of TGI Fridays, and you're like, oh, it's Bloody Mary mix.
Have they got lettuce in there as well?
At TGI Fridays, I'm sure they do. Yeah, they probably don't put olives, those bastards.
Everything in there, man.
Yeah, you got to put olives. Bloody Mary needs olives. Now, all right.
What salad?
So my question is, what is your drink? Your go-to drink? Since you worked there for so long, you've got a black belt. You're like a samurai warrior behind the bar.
Mine are fairly simple, right? Mine are fairly simple.
Simple is elegant.
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, exactly. I like the kamikaze.
Whoa, the kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
No, I'm not going to do any German line.
That's a good one. That's a fairly simple one.
So what is a kamikaze? I know, but I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, it's vodka, cointreau, and sorry,
the microphone is over here.
Vodka, cointreau, and lime juice. All like equal measures, and you just shake it, and you're like, there's like doors or. That's a really good one. I like one of my own actually. One of my own I've really got fond of.
Wait, you made your own drink.
I've got a few originals. Actually,
the master.
I actually had
legendary bar. It was like, Pee-wee, you can make.
I made 4 originals just on Sunday actually.
Wait, last Sunday or on a Sunday?
This Sunday, yeah.
This Sunday. You made 4 original drinks here.
Yeah, here. A friend of mine left his phone behind, came in at 12:30 to pick up his phone, and he's like, "Blue, can I have a drink?" He's like, "Yeah, go on, mate, you have a drink." "No, mate, no, me and you, let's have a drink." So we end up drinking for 4 hours, but a couple of times like, give me your own drink, mate. So like, yeah, I did my own.
Wait, who was this person?
He's Australian. Well, New Zealander actually. Sorry about that, guys. He's a New Zealander. So.
Oh, that's highly offensive.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, for those guys, they're like, "What did you call me?" Oh my God, it's like calling it a Canadian, like
it's beer, man.
No, beer's good. It makes you smart sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I might need another one.
Yeah, me too. Ditto, sir. But okay.
Yeah. So I made my own. Yeah. And that one I enjoy. I got 2 of them. But I make one with dark rum. Was it? I got to remember now. It's.
You didn't write it down?
Stones ginger ale. Wait. Stones ginger wine. Sorry.
Wait! Don't say what it is. If it's like your special, like a trademark recipe, you shouldn't say. I mean, do you know how many people are watching this? Plus my mom, 4.
All right, mom.
Sorry, mom, we're not drinking.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I love drinking with my mom.
I miss you.
Yeah, I miss you. What? All right. So, okay, but now you took over Gamuso.
Yes.
So now you got Gamuso.
I
This
cut
is
that.
it.
I cut that bar out, and I've come over to Gamuso, and I have opened Gamuso back up as my own, which I'm hugely proud of.
You're the owner.
And it's
The
been
owner is Pee-wee.
hasn't been easy. But yeah, it's now up and running. Soft. Official opening is on the 20th, 20th.
So, okay, so it's a soft opening. So right now, I mean, the whole bar, if you look behind us, is completely, it's functional, but it's under construction. Obviously, the back wall is not painted. The bar right here, it needs some touching up and stuff. The glass is not, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It kind of looks like a Konji bar, you know? Because, Konji bars are always, well, no, Konji bars are like a lot of them, not a lot, but some of them are kind of like under construction where like, you've got like a screw or a bolt hanging from like a wall and you're like, that's kind of dangerous. It's kind of like that bar I went to in Bangkok, where like I lost my eye, but it's just like, I mean, it's kind of like that, right? But the thing is like in a couple of weeks, this place is going to be completely finished, completely like revamped with a new stereo system, new drum set. What else do you have going on for this place?
Yes, I'm slowly trying to get more into the cocktail range. I bought this. Can I go and pick it up?
It's not electric guitar. It's not an acoustic guitar. You're not going to sing like Kumbaya or something.
Johnny, I found your microphone.
Yeah, it's not plugged in.
Look at this. I bought this the other day. Can't wait to use it. This is an amazing instrument.
Very cool, Walter White.
Do you know what it is?
I saw him Breaking Bad, I think. Yeah. What is this?
You make all sorts of stuff in this. Like, it's chemistry set, isn't it? This is actually a siphon coffee maker.
Oh, this is a coffee maker.
It's a siphon coffee maker. So you put the coffee up here in the top chamber. You put hot water in there, and then you heat it up. And when it bubbles up, comes into the top chamber, and you leave that for about 45 seconds. And then when you take the heat away, like that, all the water gets cold and it goes down. It sinks back into this chamber, taking all the coffee with it. So it actually tastes really nice coffee, but obviously all the grains are stuck in the top.
So what do you add in this? Like what? Shochu, rum?
So then from this you can you do like lots of different things. You hot whiskeys. You can do obviously Irish coffee.
Wow.
Because it's really, but just standard coffee really. But you can do so much with this. Like the best thing really is hot whiskey really that you can do in that, and then you put loads of little different things in the top, like lemon with clove and stuff like that. Lots of different like stuff.
That is awesome.
Cinnamon stick in the top there, and you heat the whiskey up, and it goes up when it comes back down.
Wait, it doesn't start a fire, does it? I mean, whiskey really.
No.
The whiskey doesn't go boom. Oh my God.
Actually, take that off, by the way, just to let you know when you make the coffee.
Safety precaution.
Yeah. Anyway, that's one I made earlier. Yep.
You did learn a lot up north. Wow.
Yeah, that's one I made up. Love that.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So you've got you're buying new stuff.
So I'm buying new stuff.
Music equipment, DJ equipment. You're painting the place.
Painting the place.
I love the color scheme. The color scheme is very welcoming.
Yeah, I'm trying to make
it. You got a new logo, a neon sign. That's cool.
Should I bring it over?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, can you?
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
It's an audio podcast. I'm sure everybody listening is loving to hear this.
Yes, I'm like picking it off the wall right now.
Yeah, all right. He's picking it off the wall right now. He's slowly untying the wires. It seems difficult for him. He's probably thinking about his taxes. He's not really focusing. The eye is not on the prize. Oh, he's got it, ladies and gentlemen. He's walking over here slowly in.
There we go. Gamuso.
We should have had this here the whole time.
Yeah,
look at that. The aesthetic.
Oh
my, let's put that right there. That's beautiful. It's backwards. I guess people with dyslexia.
You can just turn it around like that, and then there you go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks better.
Oh, neon! I love neon.
Let's put that on that.
I want to get one of these in my room.
Should get something to stand on it so it can lean.
Where's that coffee machine?
Don't you touch my coffee machine.
I'll touch whatever I want.
I know what I can do. I've got a box here.
Yeah, put a box behind it or something.
Here we go.
Great audio, by the way. Great audio.
There you go. We're doing it, man. We're doing it.
Why didn't we think of this? Well, because we've been drinking. That's
Yeah,
why.
we've been drinking.
See, faders, that's right. Alcohol is terrible. A terrible, terrible, wonderful potion.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, don't get electrocuted or pull the wire. Careful with the wire. Maybe put it behind you.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. That's good. Like,
so you're doing a lot of stuff. And so what kind of events do you have coming up?
So events coming up on the 19th, we have a fantastic art event with the Herman, who used to be one of the owners, as we were talking about before.
Yeah.
He's doing a big art event, 19th, big art, 3rd floor. Boom! It's gonna like fill the whole room. Come and check that out. Last time he did that, he printed off, I think, about 30 magazines to go with these events as well. Like all
he prints magazines.
He prints magazines,
cool.
like books, quite literally books.
Really?
To explain his art. So yeah, he doesn't do it lightheartedly, he does it properly.
Yeah, this guy's full on.
So yeah, he's doing an art event, and of course the biggest event that we have this year is on the 20th.
The 20th? I'm 20 years old.
That's the event. That's the event to go to.
It's
a live on the 20th.
Microphone's over here. Microphone's over here. I'm gonna mess with the levels later, but yeah,
it's called Live After Death.
Live After Death, like Iron Maiden. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that is a massive one. We got like bands coming in. It's full on. And even before then, we actually have a band coming in. They're going to be filming their new music video here in Gamuso before that actually starts. So it's a busy day, busy weekend for me that weekend.
Absolutely. So that's going to be on the 20th. And let's just talk about the 20th. The 20th is going to be a fundraiser for Gamuso, and I'm actually organizing it. And so all the money coming in, like, is going to go straight to the bar for painting the walls, for a new DJ setup, for new drums, for a keyboard, for new lighting for the stage, lighting for the art gallery, sofas for like the VIP room for all those VIP motherfuckers. And all that money is going towards like Gamuso and stuff. And we have a lot of people coming. And let's give like props to the bands. We have let's see, we have Meso, Tibetan Sky, Fever Moon, Creep Down, Distant Socialites, The Native Broadcast, Konnichiwa Typhoon, One Star Constellation. We've got the art by the Spilt Ink that's selling art, and the proceeds are going to go towards the bar. And yeah, we also have Manzura that's going to perform. So we got a lot of bands performing. If I mispronounce the name of the band, is because I've been drinking for the last 3 hours. So I apologize.
I think we need another one.
I do agree, but let's just talk a little bit more about
this.
Yes.
First.
So, and actually to come in on the 20th, it's going to cost 1,500 yen. That's like maybe $2 American, maybe $1.50 euro, I guess. The yen is so weak right now.
Pound wise, I think
it's like £2.
Yeah, it's something about that.
It's like 2 quid.
It's about like it's about 8 quid.
It's about
£8, something like that.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's
really.
nothing, yeah.
It's nothing really.
So yeah, we're expecting a lot of people coming in. It's going to be a great time. There's going to be
how many artists? That's a lot of artists. That's a lot of people to watch.
A lot of bands.
If you put that on 1,500 yen for how many people are coming to watch?
I think there's like what, 8 bands. Yeah, it's gonna be spectacular.
That's nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So, yeah, if you're listening to this right now, you're coming to Japan, or if you're in Japan listening to this or watching this right now on YouTube or whatnot, yeah, definitely put it on the calendar. Yeah, don't forget Gamuso on the 20th of January. Yes,
and it'll be great because you'll be seeing me sweat behind this bar. I am absolutely bricking myself for this event because
you can drink kamikazes and laugh at you. Make me a kamikaze,
probably got the ingredients wrong. Everyone's going like, he doesn't know shit. He got the ingredients wrong in that drink. Sorry about that. I'm not thinking straight right now.
Made.
It's pre-made.
No,
yeah,
it's not pre-made.
I'll get it right on the day anyway.
But yeah, but you've got a lot of great events happening in the future.
We also have a lot of good,
shows,
yeah,
you've got
we've got
movie events, you've got tons of events that are happening here. And actually, another cool thing about Gamuso right now is available for bookings. So if you want to book Gamuso, like if you want to rent this place out, it's extremely affordable for the time being. So get in early, get in for this grandfather, let's call it being grandfathered in. Get grandfather, godfathered in. Get godfitted in. And yeah, rent this place out. Like birthdays, bar mitzvahs, weddings, divorces, funerals.
Divorces are number one.
Number one.
Number one.
In 2024, anything can happen.
Drink yourself stupid because you got nothing else to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
celebration.
Celebrate. So if you want to book Gamuso, this is the place to be, and book it now. And awesome, man. And on that note, let's get another beer, and then we're going. Should we read the news, or should we just talk about earthquakes? Do you want to talk about earthquakes?
I can talk about earthquakes. I've got a lot to talk about with earthquakes.
Yeah, because I mean,
and then we can do the news after that.
Well, I think that would be the news because that's like huge news.
Yeah, like the earthquakes is. Should I get the beers first, or should I just talk about earthquakes?
No, let's definitely get the beers first. Okay, so faders, we're gonna take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna come back with the news, and the news is earthquakes. We both had a huge. Well, you were in Tokyo. I was in Niigata. We both experienced a massive earthquake. And we both had absolutely horrible things happen to us at the same time.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that. And actually, that's a serious thing. So, I mean,
it's quite serious.
Yeah, I really can't. I mean, shit, I almost died.
What?
Yeah, hello. But okay, so all right, let's take a little break, and when we come back, news. All right, we'll see you then, faders. Peace. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna take a little break from here. Like I'm gonna stop on the recordings and stuff for the audio and video. But actually for YouTube right now, all you YouTube guys right now, you're actually watching this live. So we're still live on YouTube.
Still going.
So no racist jokes
about Germans.
Racist jokes about
racist jokes about the Germans.
Jokes about the Germans.
That's probably my best German so far. That.
Oh my gosh! Here's my beer.
I'll get the fresh glass.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, dude, I also have this Nihonshu. Ho ho! Oh gosh, I'm gonna get too drunk tonight.
Yeah.
60% alcohol.
Nice, 16%.
Oh no, yeah, 16. Yeah, that's it. I'm not wearing my glasses. That's the problem about getting old. You need your reading glasses. Everybody watching this on YouTube is just like, that's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. Your jokes are so bad. And a little passe.
Here we go, Johnny.
Dude, I love this, but it's kind of messing with me. My eyes are kind of going towards here. I'm like a fly. I'm being attracted to the light.
You are.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it. You can touch it. It's like a fly catcher for Johnny.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. Oh, the beer's a fly catcher for me. Oh my god. Do you know how long it's been since we've had pints together like this?
Exactly, it's been too long. That's what it's been.
When was the last time we had pint? I mean, we've drank together several times.
Not pint glass anymore. That's another thing, guys. Gamuso is still doing pint-sized glasses. English pint size. We're talking about the large pints, not the small ones, not the ones where you go in. Another pint, please, sir, and you get 470 ml. Like
that's as big as my face.
Yes. These ones are 568. You get 98 ml more Gamuso pint. And a Gamuso pint you do in an American bar, like, and most of the bars now are doing like size pints.
Harris is good. Harris has good pints. Cheers.
Dickens also, I think they do.
Oh, I love Dickens. Yeah, Dickens, of course. Yeah, Dickens is awesome.
Dickens.
Great food. Great
Ebis.
food. Yeah, with the Dickens bar in Ebisu.
Ebis, great place. Say hello to John for me whilst you're there.
I can't go there for a while. The last couple of times I went there, like fucking everybody bought me shots. They're like, Johnny. And I always show up kind of like a little bit drunk because it's near my home. So I show up and stuff. I'm a little drunk and I'll see like Taylor or somebody or like some of the stand-up comedians. Yeah, he told me he came here on his birthday. And so like I show up and I get shots, right? They're like, Johnny, shots. And I don't drink shots, but everybody thinks I drink shots. And so I have like 3, 4, 5 shots. And before I know it, I'm like at what the dick is like, hey John, all right. And John's like, right? You are toasted. I'm like, yeah, I know, but The shots, you know. So yeah, I gotta wait a while before I can go back there.
Why don't I stop doing shot?
Not do shots when people buy you shots, dude. If someone's like, all right, there's like,
what are you gonna say? No?
Yeah, how can you say no to a shot? It's impossible.
I've tried many times.
Oh, when you're behind the bar, you can't even do that behind the bar.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
It's impossible. It's impossible to say no to shots.
Would you like a shot? Yes.
Yeah, you gotta say yes, right? No, but no, half the time they're already poured. And someone's like, here's yours. And you're like, oh, God damn it. I've already had like 6 pints. Oh God, you know, I know this is that one shot, that one drink over the line.
It's gonna knock you out. It's gonna knock you out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. And you're gonna wake up at home with your pants on backwards. Jeez. It's better than your pants being on upside down, where you're like, ah.
Inside out's a bad one as well.
Upside down in a river, covered in horse blood. Oh God. I mean, that's happened to everybody. With satanic marks
and lower the tone every time.
Oh God, yeah, the bar said hi.
Come to the bar.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Right.
So for all you guys on YouTube, you just got how we actually talk to each other when we drink.
Like basically, we just made these. It's like combination of water, hops, and alcohol.
No, they know this. They know the YouTube is live.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like, so this is actually happening right now. How many people are watching us?
How many people are watching this? Yeah.
1. Whoever you are, we love you.
Yeah.
Well,
I really love you.
I didn't announce it, and right now it's like what? It's 5 o'clock right now. It's like.
Do you know where they're from? Where you? If you don't mind, where are you from?
It's probably my mom. She's like Detroit, bitch. Mom. Stop calling me the B word.
I know it's not my mum. That's not mine.
So, would she call you the C word?
Yeah, she was. She was with this as well.
Or the B word in England. Yeah. Okay, let's not go there. All right. Bad jokes.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
1,
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are back, and yes, we've got pints now. And
come by.
Fresh pints. Let's talk about these pints.
Did these come in?
Magic.
Absolutely amazing. I think it's built through the ceiling, I think.
From the ceiling, yeah, they fell from the ceiling. And that's the beauty of Gamuso. And actually, another thing about Gamuso that I want to say for everybody that's like listening and watching is Gamuso has UK, is it called UK pints?
We have UK-sized pints.
UK-sized
pints. Which like is a larger pint. Not many places are still doing the UK-sized pints because you're talking about 98 ml more in your pint, and we're reasonably priced actually at $9.50 a pint. That is very cheap,
dude. Usually when you go to a nightclub these days,
that's over a jockey size. That's bigger than jockey size.
Yeah, usually at nightclubs, like a small beer costs 1,000 yen. Or if you go to like any kind of a bar that's in like Dogenzaka, kind of like the bar district of Shibuya, all the other drinks there are about 1,000 or sometimes 1,200 yen or whatever. And they're like a small little glass or whatever that's like really tall. It's like the skinny glass is really tall. This right here is a big glass that's really fat. It's like the size of my head.
It is. It's the size. It's almost the size of this sign, as you can see, right? It's about the same size as the sign.
No, seriously, look how big that is.
Look how big that is.
That's huge. It's massive. Now that's a real pint. There's a few places that have pints this big. There's What the Dickens in Ebisu, and there's Harry's Sandwich Company in Harajuku, and there's also Soul Food House in Azubujuban. Those 3 places.
All good places. All recommendations.
Great places. Yeah.
All recommendations for me.
Yeah,
great places there.
All 3 places have amazing drinks and amazing food. But the cool thing is they're all in separate places of Tokyo, so there's like no competition.
No competition for us, and I enjoy going there on my days off. By the way, I was just at Dickens just recently as well.
Yeah, I was at Dickens recently, and I was at Harry's recently.
I was at Harry's recently.
We went to the Shininkai. The rock and roll Shininkai, that was cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I boarded all the way from Asagaya to Harajuku to go there.
Cool. And another cool thing about Asagaya is it's a little bit. It's not far, but it's just like a little bit off the beaten path. It's like maybe 10 minutes away from Shinjuku, And so if you're like in Shinjuku right now, in Shinjuku Station, you can be in Asagaya in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We are like, you can see our board, you can see our building from the station. So it's like quite literally 2 minutes from the station.
From Asagaya Station,
From
yeah.
Asagaya Station, north exit.
Yeah, but the cool thing is, like, I mean, for like all the tourists that come to Japan, they all do the same shit. They all go to the same bars, same restaurants. Yeah. They all go see Meiji Jingu. And these are good places, you know. Like if you go to like, you know,
I've been to all of them.
If you go to Golden Guy, you know, Golden Guy is great. It's a lot of fun, but it's just like if you go there, you're gonna be surrounded by like what 500,000 tourists that all want to have like the authentic Japanese experience. But when you come to Asagaya, the beauty of Asagaya is it's like a little bit off the beaten path, but not too far, which makes it super freaking cool.
So if you've had enough of the Japanese side, if you're struggling with the Japanese and like you're having trouble with like,
it's just, I would just say that it's just like it's not tourist.
Exactly right. If you're in the country and you're struggling with like you're going to and like you've spent a week and a half trying to converse with all the bartenders in Japanese and you've struggled and you want just a little bit of time off. If you want a little bit of time off where you want to speak to an English speaker, come to Gamuso. I speak English, not very well because I'm as Johnny pointed out.
British.
I am British. But I do my best. I am fluent in English. Sadly, no one else knows what I'm talking about, but I am fluent in English.
You're fluent in Japanese now at this point. I heard you speaking Japanese earlier.
Yeah.
We all say that. We always downplay our Japanese. Like, oh, I don't know any Japanese. And then all of a sudden you're in a situation and all of a sudden the black belt comes in handy. You're like no, not like violent black belt. I mean linguistic black belt. You're like, sumimasen. Watashi wa daijoubu desu ka? Nande? You're like,
yeah, and then you don't know what to say after that. But my wife is Japanese. We speak Japanese.
Your kid's Japanese too.
My kid's Japanese. He doesn't like speaking in English anymore.
He doesn't like speaking English anymore?
No.
Well, he's like, God, English is just so boring.
He speaks good German.
He speaks good German. All right. Well, that is cool. That is cool. All right. So now we got to get into the news. And the news this week is, well, I guess earthquakes,
I guess.
Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. As everyone knows, big times for earthquakes recently, I guess.
So, all right. Should I tell my story first?
Or you tell your story first, I think.
Yeah, I was up there. So
you were up there.
Yeah.
You're up there. I wasn't in Kanazawa. I'm actually from Ishikawa-ken. My house is in Kanazawa, Ishikawa-ken. Thankfully, I wasn't. So what happened in like Niigata?
Well, Niigata is just east of the area where the earthquake happened, and basically, this is my story. Right I think it was like after 1 o'clock, one or two. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but anyway, it was on the 1st of January, and of course I was hungover, and I was at my wife's parents' house that live in Niigata, and their home, yeah, I was super wasted the night before. I was like kind of like now, but anyway, her home is about 30 minutes south of the sea, the ocean, right? And so they're close to the ocean, but not too close to the ocean.
No tsunamis. No tsunami warnings.
Oh, well, we'll get to that. But anyway, so it was like the next day, it was on January 1st, and I'm playing a video game. I'm trying to recover from my hangover from the previous night. And at my wife's house, there's my wife there, of course. We brought up my cat. My wife has a father, a mother, and a brother, right? And we're all just chilling. We're just taking it easy. It's just like a nice, relaxing day. And anyway, I'm playing like this game and on my phone, and all of a sudden I feel that the back behind me, the sofa starts shaking a little bit. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, I am really hungover. Like, I'm getting the spins. Like, I don't feel like I should puke, but I'm kind of like a little dizzy, right? And then I thought maybe it's an earthquake. Then I looked at the table, and the table next to me, nothing's moving, none of the liquid's moving or anything. So I just kind of like played it off. I'm like, oh God, I guess it's just me. And then like 2 seconds later, my wife's dad, we call him Papa-san, he came into the room and he's like, Jishing! And Jishing means earthquake. And I was like, really? And all of a sudden, like his phone, my phone, all the phones in the whole house, and it's a very old house. This house is like 60 years old.
Oh,
It's like an old school Japanese house in an old school Japanese village that's very, very, very small, that's 30 minutes away from the ocean, right? And we're all there in this old school little house, and he yells Jishin, earthquake, right? And all of a sudden, all the phones which have earthquake alarms at the same time start like blowing up. Like that. And the house has an earthquake alarm too. Because,
really?
well, her parents are a little bit older, right? And so basically they have like this, they have an earthquake alarm. And the earthquake alarm starts going off. So we have all these alarms. So I get up on my feet. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Is it an earthquake? Yeah, how big is it, right? And I didn't know that earthquakes, in the north are really that big. I thought earthquakes to the east and the west were really big. I had no idea there's like going to be, there was.
North ones are really big.
Well, now we know, right? When I stand up and out of the blue, there's no like little warning. Now in 2011, there's a warning. It was like basically the earthquake kind of slowly happened.
Yeah,
it got bigger and bigger and
that
bigger.
was the time of...
And then boom, right? But this earthquake was nothing like that. It was just like boom, it was a bitch slap to the face. And all of a sudden, like the whole house started shaking. And the interesting thing about this earthquake was it's very different from the 2011 earthquake. 2011 earthquake was a roller. It went from left to right, forward to back, right? But this earthquake here was a roller and a popper. Now a popper goes up and down and a roller goes and rolls around, right? So the whole house is rolling around and going up and down at the same time. It was like one of those balloon houses for kids or whatever that you jump around, like a balloon house or whatever. And it was crazy. It was madness. And it was so loud. You have no idea how loud an earthquake is, right? Because like all the alarms are going off, but everything's shaking.
Yeah.
The TV was doing a fucking moonwalk, dude. It was going backwards and jumping around and popping around. It was breakdancing. And I'm just like, I'm watching the TV. I'm like, oh my God. It was crazy. It was, to be honest, it was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. And I realized what kind of a person I am at that very time. I completely realized I am a cat man because the first thing that I thought of was my cat Jaja.
Oh yeah.
So I was like Jaja, because we brought Jaja up, right? Because we're gonna be there for a couple of days. So we brought the cat. So I was like Jaja. Then I asked my wife's brother. I'm like, Taka, where's Jaja? He's like under the table. So I'm running.
Very sensible. Best place to be.
Well, we'll see. So anyway, so the house is shaking up, down, left, right, and it's so disorienting. You have no idea how disorienting it is. Everything's shaking, there's noise and just panic everywhere and stuff. And I ran in this like drunken kind of like way. I looked wasted the way I was running. I was like, ah, and I ran and I went under the table and I grabbed her and I picked her up and I put her on my chest and I put her head underneath my chin. So she was safe. And I had my left arm around her. I had my right hand over her head, just in case if something came down. And then it was really intense already. And it got more intense. All of a sudden it started going more up and down, right? Where everything started going up and down and stuff. And that was just really terrifying, like horrifying. All of a sudden at that point, people started screaming, right? And I was like, ah, and then something in my head, like the universe or something just said, go. Right? Just go, like get out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, we gotta go outside, Haiku, right? And so I kicked open the door to the front, to this hallway that led outside. And all of a sudden I was like, no. And I'm like, let's go, because this house is old. And you could hear the wood in the walls. I don't know if it's the walls or the ceiling, but you could hear it cracking. Now imagine being in a house with like
creaks.
It creaks, right?
Creaks, yeah.
It's like sticks being broken, right?
Yeah.
This is an old house. And I'm thinking, we got to get the fuck out of here. We GTFO. So I start running and they go to the front door. I'm like telling everybody, we gotta go. My wife's like, don't go outside. It's dangerous. Don't go outside. My wife she decided to have an argument with me in the middle of this natural disaster where pretty much at this point, we think we're all gonna die, right? And nobody, by the way, is under a table, right? Nobody's under a table.
Well,
yeah.
That's the most sensible one.
She was obviously the most sober, and I pulled
I
So, but anyway, I thought the house was going to collapse. I really did. So I kicked open the front door and I went outside because the thing is, the house is like the houses are all separated. It's not like Tokyo where the houses are like completely next to each. Houses are touching each other in Tokyo. If you have a house in Tokyo, it's touching like a million other houses, right? So, but this house here is like it's on its own, even though we do have neighbors. So I go inside and I go to this front little yard. So that I'm if anything falls down, I'm okay. But I see the house actually shaking up, down, left, right. It was like crazy. And I'm like, oh my God. My wife's mother came out and she came out. She's like, she's screaming. She's putting her hands on the house for some reason. And I'm like, and then I look behind me and all the other houses, you can see the houses going up and down and moving around. And it's like the most terrifying, horrible experience. Just to see all this stuff. Oh, and all the houses are completely old, super old, right? And another thing is the power, those poles.
Oh, those poles! You wonder how they stay up sometimes.
I don't know how they do
like that.
The poles are going up and down like this, like they were like just made of like I don't know, like
concrete,
like rubber, and all the wires, right? The wires were all the wires that they're connecting and stuff. They were like rubber bands. I mean, and then all of a sudden everything just stopped. It just stopped, and it lasted. Who knows about time? Apparently it lasted like a minute and 20 seconds, but it seemed like it lasted like a lifetime, right? And all of a sudden it stopped. And then my wife's mom's like, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, Josh is okay. Josh, are you okay? Meow, meow. So we go inside and we're just like, everything's like, Dajbu, are you okay? Are you okay? And all of a sudden my wife's father, he's like looking at the TV. He's like, tsunami. And like all of a sudden we go to the TV and he turns up the volume. And it was crazy. There's like, it showed like northern Japan. And we see at the time, we didn't know how fucked up it was, right? Northern Japan and the area that we were in, right where we were in, right in the center, we're in the red zone. And I'm like, oh my God, that's where we're at. And we're in the red zone, right? Your house and the Northern Peninsula, that's the purple zone. Purple is worse than red, apparently, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we're in the red zone, and then there's this flashing kanji that says tsunami. And the thing is, like usually, in America, they would have like some kind of like a recording, like this is not a test. Please evacuate your home. Please go to higher ground. It would be like a recording.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a recording. It was a woman, and she was screaming. She said, she's screaming, and she's like, there's terror in her voice. That's freaking me out. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, Papa-san, are we okay? And he's like,
no.
He's like,
get higher ground.
No. And he's like, tabun daijoubu. And I'm like,
it's maybe okay.
Maybe okay. I'm like, maybe okay? No, I'm a black and white guy, dude. It's either okay or not okay. Is it okay? He's like, tabun daijoubu. I'm like, oh my God. No, dude.
In Japanese means no, it's not okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. So I get my bag, I get my coat, I put Josh in the bag, and I get that bag and stuff. And I tell my wife, I'm like, all right, get all our stuff. We gotta go. Let's get in the car right now. And she's like, tabun daijoubu. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this tabun daijoubu? We gotta get out of here. But for all you guys who are watching this on the video, like I'm watching us on Instagram, not Instagram, on YouTube, I'm gonna show you the photo that was on the TV. Now the TV says evacuate in multiple different languages, by the way, which is I've never seen that before. But anyway, here we go. And it said the tsunami that was coming our way was 3 meters tall, right? Here we go. That's it right there. You see that?
Wow. Evacuate.
Yeah, in English.
Tsunami.
Now I've been going to Niigata, visit my wife's family for years and years and years. I've never, ever seen English on TV, ever.
It is often.
And right here, here's the red zone right here. So if you look here, that's the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the red zone. See where that little island is? We're south of there. And see like where that land is? We're like a 30-minute drive just south of there, right? And that earthquake was so intense, I didn't know how dangerous it was. So I'm expecting a tsunami, because I was here in 2011 when the tsunami came. The tsunami, it completely wiped out like 3 cities, right? So I'm like
prefectures, yeah,
like,
areas, not just cities, but whole areas.
Yeah,
yes, Saitama was Iwate, and I think Aomori got touched by that as well.
Got all
many different places, all down that coast.
So when I saw 3 meters coming right in our direction, I was like, we got a GTFO, and they're like, nah. it will be okay. And I'm looking out the window, I'm looking for water. I'm like, ah, it was terrifying. So my first touch of death of this year was the earthquake, where I thought I was gonna get crushed. The second touch of death was a tsunami, where we basically everybody's kind of like looking out the window a little bit, being like, I don't see any water just yet. It was oh, that's it. Also, I found out later that when there's a tsunami, the water comes at like 300 kilometers a second or something.
It's ridiculously fast.
And I'm just like, why are we looking out the window? It's gonna be like, here it is.
Run and look, run and look.
Oh my God. I mean, it's nothing to laugh about, but I mean,
it's not.
in hindsight though, I mean, oh God. But it's just like, oh my God, it was the most terrifying day that I've had.
Massive thoughts to all those been affected by local earthquakes, tsunamis as well. I think the tsunami wasn't so high.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there possibly has been some people who have been.
There's definitely damage.
So
houses.
Really, my heart goes out to everyone who's been affected by the earthquake.
Me too. Absolutely. Everybody out there. I mean, everybody whose house, whose building, whose job, whose family members were affected in any which way and stuff. Hearts and prayers and thoughts go on to you guys, and we just hope that everything gets. Hope you're back on your feet soon and everything gets better for you. And we're really sorry that happened and stuff. I mean, we're talking. I'm telling my story, and because I'm Johnny and I've been drinking, we gotta make.
We joke about things, but like we know that this is not a jokeable thing. It is serious. It is like it's affected many people in many different ways. Which really, shall I tell you my story?
No, all right, and that's a show. I'm joking.
Cut.
Yeah.
So basically I was in Tokyo for the earthquake. I didn't actually get to experience it really. I was working here in Gamuso. I was cleaning up after the night before. We had a big night on the 31st. It was the first night that we opened. Many people came from 2 o'clock in the afternoon right the way up until like we closed. But then my wife told me that there was an earthquake in like kind of our area in Ishikawa. So I didn't feel anything. But then at exactly the same time as that happening, my brother mailed me from just down the road near Asagaya or Yikuba saying like, did you feel the earthquake? And I'm like, no, I didn't feel anything. Like, so I didn't feel anything, but a few other people also mentioned that they felt it in Tokyo. And then we got on now and like mobile phones to check see what was going on, and then we found that like our area, like Ishikawa Ken, where our house is, big earthquake, and it was quite scary. But we're in Tokyo, so we felt it's not too much of a problem really. That's what we thought. There was a big earthquake last year actually, a 6.2 or 6.4.
6 is huge.
It's a big one.
Niigata was a 6.
It's in Noto region, which is just north of Kanazawa, and that was serious. But I think one person sadly perished, passed away because of that. But there was some major damage around the area, but it wasn't too bad. But this one was 7.4, 7.6, something like that.
That's
and
incredible.
Anyone who knows anything about like the earthquakes, like the from 6 to 7 is not just a little bit. It's not like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 6 to 7 is like 1,000 times bigger or something. It's like massively bigger. So like anytime you got one up.
Shindo scale, right? The Japanese Shindo scale.
Yeah, I think actually as a magnitude was close to that as well. I think I'm not sure what the scales work out at, but yeah, it was.
Because in Japan they use the Shindo scale, which is like because like the Richter scale and the Shindo scale it's almost the same thing, but the Shindo scale is the Japanese version of the Richter scale.
Yeah. So we thought not much of it to be honest, and then we phoned our neighbors to see if they were okay. We were surprised because they were kind of a little bit panicked where we were, but we thought nothing of it. We was like, okay, we'll phone you back, and then afterwards, like news started coming in about our area, which actually is quite far. It's about 70, 80 miles or 120 kilometers away from, I think, the epicenter, somewhere around that. So it's not close. And news started coming in that our house had been affected by the earthquake. We weren't too sure, but at first it didn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, the house that we bought and renovated, and it's not an old house, it's not new, it's about 30 years old. So we then like went up on the next possible time, which was on the Friday. It was about like it was on the Friday, I can't remember, but it was about 3 days after the earthquake, something like that. We went up there. Next opportunity we could, went up there. And yeah, our house, although inside it doesn't look bad, outside our house has moved 200 centimeters.
200 centimeters?
Not 200 centimeters, 20 centimeters, 200 millimeters. Basically, it's moved. It's completely gone down that way.
So it's like 9 inches.
So it's more than that. It's let's have a look. about 10, yeah, about 10 inches. Yeah, about 10 inches. Yeah, something like that.
So your house, literally, the whole house literally moved almost
9,
a
10
foot.
inches. Yeah. It's actually moved down.
Did it move to a better location?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, the view is amazing.
I'm now closer to the sea. Yeah, I'm now closer to the sea, which is nice. Yeah, like
the walk to the ocean is fabulous.
Getting the flip flops and getting ready for the suntan. And like that. Yeah, it's moved that far. It's also moved over that way. Like there's big gap in the foundation of about like I think 7 or 8 centimeters or so.
Wait. So the house now is kind of like it's not level. It's off level.
It's like that.
So if you put like, let's say you put it like a basketball or like a ball.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna
move. It's gonna move very fast. Yeah.
Really, very fast.
We had to crowbar the door open.
Was that kind of fun? You're like, finally I can use this. It's no longer a weapon. It's a tool.
Yeah, we crowbarred it
open.
Sorry.
I gotta make jokes. It's Johnny.
But yeah, we crowbarred it open. We opened inside. Inside didn't look too bad, but then when you look closely, there's big gaps in the walls, and there's big cracks, and the floors like this. And in some areas, it's going way the way down. My wife was happy that our TV didn't actually break. Our TV was still okay because that was an expensive TV.
My wife would have been happy too.
Yeah, she'd love happy about that. We've put it into safer ground now. But yeah, essentially, I think our house is now deemed uninhabitable. I think pretty much it hasn't been officially done, but like.
Well, I would say keep the government away for a while.
We're not the only ones. Like there's I think there was the house next door to us, which is only 8 years old. They've got the same scenario. The old lady who lives opposite us, lovely lady, very lovely lady. She's got it even worse than we have. Her house is way over that way. It's like way crushed.
Could you imagine being in the house when that shit happened?
I couldn't. And she's lovely. She's old. She's in her 80s, I think.
Oh
man, hopefully she wasn't in there at the time, but yeah, that would have been frightening. But there's about 7 houses and buildings that have been affected in our area, to a point where they've actually been told they can't live in there.
God, dude. That's
so I'm actually thankful that I was in Tokyo. My wife, my son was in Tokyo, so they're safe. That's all important. That's always number one important to me. We don't know if insurance covers us yet. We find out. We got to find out.
I thought it's called earthquake insurance for earthquake.
Yeah, but earthquakes is an act of God, man.
I am never getting insurance again.
But we don't know. We don't know. So I'm not going to.
Well, maybe I'm on the fence.
Maybe. I'm not sure, but it's not.
All right, fingers crossed, man. Yeah, fingers crossed. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, Pee-wee, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. I got a bar now. By the way, Gamuso Asagaya. There's only 2 minutes from North Exit. Please come.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's level.
Yeah, and it's level. Look at that.
I'm terrible.
Perfect.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude, I'm really happy that you and your family are safe.
Yeah,
And I'm
no,
happy that
everyone,
you're making
I'm really
sure
happy
safe.
about that. I'm happy to know.
Yeah.
And that's number one important to me. So, and
Wait, how's your car?
my car's okay.
Wow.
But
Did you
I've
drive
had to
back?
move the car. I've had to move the car because where we parked it was in the old lady's
Do you
car
still have the
spot.
convertible?
No, unfortunately not.
Who cares?
That's another story.
That's another story. Okay. Oh man, Pee Wee. Oh my God. Well, all right. Once again, faders, I just want to say that for everybody that was affected by the earthquake, we seriously, we just
Yeah.
want to say we really hope
I
that you
really
guys.
hope that you haven't been affected as much as I have, and if so, I hope that things work out really well for you. It's not a nice thing, and it's really not nice being in a predicament when your house is affected. So
Yeah.
my thoughts. I like to say prayers.
I'm not religious,
I'm
but
not
it's
religious
kind of like you
either.
gotta say heart, like
Yeah,
thoughts and prayers
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But so I mean, so like our thoughts and stuff, and we hope everybody the best and stuff, and we hope everything is okay. And yeah, all the best, and we hope everybody just gets back on their feet again soon. And yeah, we're really sorry that the situation happened. It's terrible.
It is
So
real
I mean,
bad.
dude, to be honest, I mean, I'm still a little bit shaken up about the earthquake. Whenever I hear like like something like on TV or something, I'm just like, oh. Because I mean, dude, it was really intense.
Funny thing is, last year,
Yeah,
Noto earthquake,
yeah,
that particular fault line hasn't moved in 300 years.
yeah.
And probably Sadogashima,
Hmm.
which is where it happened last.
Yeah.
I don't think that's probably an earthquake. I don't think they've had an earthquake for a long time either. Like it's
just
super. When I moved to Kanazawa, everyone was saying to me, you don't have to worry about earthquakes. And I'm like, I like earthquakes. I'm not going to say that anymore, by the way, guys. I hate earthquakes.
Yeah, earthquakes are really, really bad. But it's a natural disaster. I mean, there's so many natural disasters and they happen all over the place and stuff. And
They do.
and it's just terrible when they do happen. And anyway, faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Fit in Japan. Sorry that we ended on like a kind of a downer.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah. We should.
Should we do it?
We should do it. We should do
it. We're not gonna end it in a downer. Like, bye, guys. Actually, all right. My wife's mother said that this is the best Nihonshu, aka Japanese sake.
Hakai-san.
Hakai-san and Niigata. And it's so cool. It's kind of like that whiskey tin cup where it comes with 2 cups, but this one actually comes with 2 plastic cups. Which is cool because it means you can open up this Nihonshu, this sake, and share it with a friend. How cool is that? So let's open this up. Actually, can you open it up?
You're gonna open that, yeah.
You're getting you in a bar and stuff. I mean, I'm stale at this point. Oh, there we go.
That's how you do it.
Why do they call you Pee-wee? You did that with your pinky.
I don't in Kanazawa. No one calls me Pee-wee in Kanazawa.
All right,
Nissan.
2 shot glasses. Well, you know what the thing is? These shot glasses are plastic. They're a little cheap.
Tiny. You know what I've got?
You got the real deal.
Other whiskies are available, but I've got these really cool Jameson shot glasses.
Limited edition Jameson shot glasses. I'm in.
Tried painting my nails earlier. Did a very bad job.
Well, you did a good job on the walls. That looks
Thank you very much.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait to see this place when it's completely finished.
I tell you what, it's a labor of love.
Well, yeah.
Take that.
Wow.
Party time!
It's been a while since I partied here. Well, it's not like champagne, right? Okay, cool. Wow. Well, these are some healthy shots. Looks like I'm not driving tonight.
Fantastic. I'm not going to drive either. It's very bad.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, faders. Thank you very much for watching this very special episode of Got Fit in Japan. And thank you very much for listening, if you're listening. And just remember, we are on YouTube. So check us on the YouTube and make sure to subscribe. Oh, this is really good.
That kind of sound is really good. Oh, did I tell you I used to work at a liquor store that specialized in
Mitsuya?
Mitsuya Sakuten.
I love Mitsuya. Mitsuya's one of our
Mitsuya liquor store, Asagaya. They have a kakuichi where you can actually go in the back.
They're one of our sponsors.
They're not one of your sponsors.
Yeah, they're one of our sponsors. I mean, I don't go in there too often, but when I go in there and stuff, Sam totally hooks me up.
I used to work there. Worked there for 7 years. I learned the Japanese Nihonshu from there. Sake.
So you learned about Japanese Nihonshu. Now the thing is, I like when it comes to Japanese Nihonshu, I've got my favorites, right? I've got like maybe like 3 favorites. I like Abe, I like Desai, and I like this stuff.
Ah, Dasai is good.
Desai is great. Desai is amazing.
You haven't, you like, I'm gonna.
Oh, the gang. I forgot. The gang is the best. Oh my God, the gang. But the thing is, I've drank the gang and got to Japan before. Actually, I gave my mom a bottle of the gang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I saw Sam for the Asagaya Festival like 4 months ago, he gave me a bottle. He's like, "Hey, Johnny, take this." I'm like, "All right, how much is it?" "Oh, just take it and buy that one." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So yeah, he gave me a free bottle. Love Sam.
Because of this lovely baby. Oku, this is Oku, by the way, which means back of. Oksan is wife, by the way.
Back off, wife. I love it.
Back off, wife, yeah.
Back off, wife. I'm watching
Oksan, or Oku. This stuff, because of this stuff, I got into Nihonshu. And then Mitsuya, who I used to work for, who's actually a sponsor of yours.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody knows.
Mitsuya Special. This one is actually made by Mitsuya. It's in conjunction with other companies. Other companies make it for him, but to his specification, and it is the top selling sake in his store.
It's amazing. Your pictures in here too.
Yeah, this is me, guys. This is, you can't see it very well because it's in black, but you can tell by the hairline that this is me. Try and take that off. That's me there.
Fantastic.
And that's my boss, or old boss, when I used to work there.
But that's Sam right there?
That's Sam right there.
Okay, I thought that was Sam. I thought you pointed over here. That's Sam.
No, that's Sam.
Yeah, that's Sam right there.
That's
yeah.
Sam.
Cool. Wow.
And the other one that he does is another one of his.
Mm-hmm.
Redneck.
What the heck? I've never seen this one before.
Yes. That's a really good one. This is actually from Aomori. It's up from north.
Northern Coastal. Smooth but spirited. What is this, spicy? Is this spicy Nihonshu? I love spicy Nihonshu.
It's fairly, yeah, it's fairly strong that way.
Can I smell the cap?
You can smell the cap. You can open it and smell it.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know it was not open. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna have to drink it now, guys.
Oh yeah, hold on.
If you're here right now, if you're anywhere near Gamuso, Asagaya, come to Gamuso, Asagaya, free shots of
Dude, what are you talking about? Are you serious? Yes. Don't say that.
Yes. If you're in Asagaya right now, what time is it now?
Dude, the internet is forever. It is 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh my God, I'm this drunk at 6 o'clock.
Free shots of Nihonshu if you come to Gamuso, Asagaya right now.
Oh God, for the one person who's watching this from Russia. YouTube. It's like spasiba.
Straight on the plane.
I let's go to Gamuso.
Straight on the plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My God, this is great Nihonshu. I love Nihonshu. Nihonshu for me is kind of like, it's not something that I drink all the time. Like back in the day when I first came to Japan, I used to drink it all the time. I'm like, I'm in Japan, I'm drinking Nihonshu sake. But then I just started, I just kind of like went back to beer and just started drinking beers and stuff. And then I got into whiskey and then shochus. My shochu time was a bad time, man. Shochus, woo!
I'm not a fan of shochu. Don't get me wrong, I have had some very good shochu, some very expensive shochu too.
Yeah.
But some of the good shochu actually taste like a little like whiskey in to me. So I don't really drink it very often.
I like imo shochu and I like mixing with mugi shochu.
Oh, so imo is like made from potato.
Yeah.
Mugi is actually made from wheat. But imo actually, or potato shochu for me does actually taste a lot like whiskey.
Yeah, it's like kind of like leathery. Kinda.
Mugi is very much like very kind of blunt.
Yeah, that's a good
kind
way.
Of tastes.
But it's good for mixing. So when you mix it with like oolong tea, like
I was making a lot of oolong hijaste using mugi shochu. Yesterday.
Well, that's the way to do it. Now we're getting boring. Now we're talking science and mixing drinks. All right, Baders. The show is over. Thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Fit in Japan here at the lovely and famous Gamuso. Gamuso is open. Come on down, especially on the 20th. The 20th, we have a fundraiser. There's going to be tons of bands, tons of
massive.
art. I guess shots. Apparently, it's going to be absolutely mega awesome. So definitely come down. And if you can't come down for that event, and if this is the future, if this is like maybe like next month, 2 months, next year, whatever, come on down anyway. Gamuso is absolutely amazing.
Come and say hello to me because I'm from lonely behind the bar.
That's bullshit. This guy's got tons of friends. But anyway, yeah, come on down and say hello to Pee Wee because Pee Wee's awesome. We love you, Pee Wee, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, man. You're fucking a legend. Yes, man. This guy taught me everything I know about bartending except for Bloody Marys.
Which is not a lot.
Thanks, Google.
Thank you.
On that note, if you're listening to this podcast, go to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. Go to YouTube, subscribe and like. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and like. Tell a friend, share with a friend, and spread the love because we love you guys. And yeah, let's keep it real. All right, fitters, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side. Dude, I'm fucking up my English. Later. All right, fitters, thank you very much. Peace.
Peace.
And that is a show.